just wanted to acknowledge you, Niamh, for that amazing, just that authenticity and the courage that it takes just to share that level of, as I say, reflection and looking in the mirror. And I just really get what that makes available for everybody. Certainly what it makes available for me, that was really amazing. And there is that sense of, I find a lot of the world is that conflict, that gender, me, you, men, women. And it's like we have to find some way to be able to bring all of it together with some compassion and some way where we can hear it without the judgment, that we say we let go of all of that. So I just, really that's just what's so important in this dialogue, that whatever needs to be said gets said, and it doesn't then, as I say, either be transmitted generationally. It kind of gets said because it belongs where it belongs, and then what you bring forward is something else, perhaps, some learning or something from circumstances or situations. So just wanted to say some of that. That's what's bubbling up for me. So thank you for that.
To hear a truth come from you in that way, it took me to a very different place of sacredness. It's such a sacred act. And you modeled, again, this is a continuation from last week, what it means to truly show up and to share dark or rough times with your light shining very brightly. So that to me is very inspirational, and I plan to keep that with me.
Thank you so much for inviting me to this. I have a reflection on the homework. I re-listened to parts of it today, and what really struck me was Lawrence's sharing about the importance of listening, because I think with dialogue, we need to be able to listen. And of course, how we listen is very important. But he gave the example of taking a leadership role at the business school and how he spent as a new leader at that organization the first year just listening. And so many leaders that I've met have come in with their own ideas and wanting to put them in place as soon as possible and not take the time to listen. I've also experienced leaders who come in with a framework of listening, but are not really listening. So that's another piece that I find really fascinating. It's how we listen, listening with an open heart, listening from our heart. There's wonderful methods that we can learn and practice around how we can be fully present and hear what the other person is saying. So I just wanted to raise that. I feel like when we have dialogue, the skill of listening is equally as important.